Hello, it's Jens, and I'm gonna show you how I made this song Crazy Pink Edge from Funky Heart. It's the song for the area Neon Break Circuit, a pretty surreal and dangerous place in Funky Heart. So let's hear the song and then let's talk about it. That's a melody from the song from the another area. Do you hear those technological sounds? It's in the background, it's kind of subtle. Also a callback to the first break circuit. So that's Crazy Pink Edge from Funky Heart. There's a lot to talk about in this, and let's start with the prompt I got from Juice, the developer of Funky Heart. So he said, Area 2, Neon Break Circuit. Same thing from the previous one, but more related to the current environment. Still a relatively intense mood with fast-paced platforming elements and a neon glitchy aesthetic. So both examples are from SMT 5, Shin Megami Tensei 5. He's talking about the reference songs now, basically songs that he showed to demonstrate what kind of music he wanted. He said Kadistu, if that's how it's pronounced, has a very interesting instrumental. It keeps building up and later on adds an interesting piano melody during the drop. Could make you a bit uneasy, while also definitely a vibe. And this stuck with me. A bit uneasy, while definitely a vibe. The next song he showed, Primordial Goddess, was a bit more normal, at least in SMT terms. But I couldn't help but notice the heavy use of drums in this one and some chopped vocals. Those are the highlights of this song for me, and I think it's amazing. So he showed these songs, and yeah, just like he says, they are pretty fast, intense drum and bass songs with some pretty interesting sounds. Like the SMT5 sound is pretty thick soundscapes with a lot of layers. I didn't necessarily want to have a lot of layers in this, but I did like the surreal drum and bass sound. So I started making some drafts, and like those words, a song that makes you a bit uneasy but is also a vibe. That was basically the thing I kept in mind. So this is the first draft I made. Not gonna show too much of this because while this draft didn't get used here, it did become another song later in the game. Then I made this, and this draft is definitely more chill and more like the other songs from this part of the game. I basically wanted to make something that sounded like this break circuit drum and bass sound, and like this synthy, neon-y area that this part of the game takes place in. So this is more like low-key, more chill, not so intense, honestly. It sounds kinda spacious, whereas the other songs sound much more dense. Some saxophone as a callback to another song from this part, or the other songs from this part rather. So yeah, that's the other draft. Just trying out some ideas, some different moods. And draft 3, I went back to that uneasy mood. And this is actually a draft initially for the first break circuit area of the game, which I thought could still fit here. I think I tweaked it slightly. Oh, wait a second. Here we go. probably the darkest sounding draft I made for this game. And just a lonely bass. Sounds almost pitch black. This guitar idea I would use later in the soundtrack. Just not the song itself. And there is some color. I still think this is a nice way to do a chorus where it's not obviously a different part of the song. I mean, it is, but it still flows what I'm trying to say. Like the sound isn't that different from the verse. It feels more seamless. I like that. And the final draft I made was the one that ended up becoming Crazy Pink Edge, but it sounds pretty different. Actually, for this one, I tried making something that sounded kinda amateurish on purpose. And this was the demo we went with. Although Juice asked me to change it to make it sound more like a battle. Like a fight between the player character Bunn and this dangerous environment, the break circuit. Which is why we used these melodies in a very aggressive breakcore song. So yeah, that's basically the idea behind the song. Let's talk about the instruments and let's start with the drums, why don't we? Because the drums in this are mostly drum loops with a fair bit of chopping and slicing to make some fills basically throughout the whole song. Yeah. So basically, for example, I can cut out a kick drum and place it in here so that, well, there's 2 kick drums in a row here, just a slight variation, or here, you know, 3 kick drums in a row, make it sound kinda glitchy. Like a fast sequence of kick drums here. Snare rolls. And basically just stuff like this throughout the entire songs. Small little variations in the drums to keep them sounding interesting throughout the whole song. A bit of breakdown here, even like pitching down the snares so they sound darker. And this one I like. So this like snare roll, it's slower than the tempo and it comes later, so it's like the song subtly like hangs for a moment here. So when the guitar solo comes in, it sounds like it comes in a bit too early. So it like makes you jump a bit. That's a nice detail. Oh yeah, and the snares leading up to this is also like a bit slow. It's subtle. It's cool though. Bass, you know, drum and bass. So let's talk about the bass now. Let's talk about the bass now. The bass in this is like a wide, bright bass. Actually, I guess it's not wide. I didn't. Nah, it's just bright and detuned. And this bass is nice because it's so bright, it's easy to hear, even when there's a lot of instruments in the song. I guess there aren't that many instruments actually. No, there really isn't. At least not at a time like, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at a time, at most. So then we have the rhythm guitar. Electric guitar. Chugging away at some heavy riffs. It's actually kind of like a texture, just makes the song feel a bit heavier. The piano is more in front. And this combination of this like metal riff with this chaotic piano in the intro is kind of cool. And the piano's here. And this isn't piano. Sorry, this is actually a synth. It is synth. And it sounds thick, it sounds bright, and it's sort of like the main instrument in this. Synth works nice because it's a surreal world, feels kind of otherworldly. There are some other synths in the chorus, like this sort of synth pluck and this pad underneath. This synth returns in the second chorus, albeit. Arpeggio. Synth bell, I think that's the DX7 bell in fact. And those are basically the instruments in this. Not, you know, not so complicated. We got the crazy drums. We got the bass. We got angry guitar. chaotic piano, and some fixings, and that's basically it. I think it was Juice who suggested having a break like this. I think he said something like that when we talked. Something like I don't remember exactly what he said, so I'm not gonna misquote him, but I think he suggested this. And that's basically the song. Oh yeah, once again, I did feel like being lazy and ending the song here because, well, the song is, the song is 3 minutes long. That's enough for a video game song, right? But like, as I made this breakdown at the end here, it just felt like it was building up to something. So I had to make a guitar solo. I think it's kind of nice when songs like that, you think they're ending, but there's one more round to go. Makes the song feel, even if like the extra round isn't even that long, it does make the song feel longer. Okay, that's all I had to say. Play Funky Heart.